Championship, and Gino Rea is on pole position, bike number 44, for the second time this year. He did it at Magny-Cours as well, alongside Jean Linfoot and Baz on the front row. Watch the start. Last round of... what a scalding start by Gino Rea. And he used to be a tiny little speck of a lad when he was winning supercross and motocross races in his early teens. He certainly bulked out a bit since then, but what a start that was.
That was a perfect start.
So Stonebaker Racing's number 44, Gino Rea, he's currently lies on 107 points, fifth in the table, 5 points behind his teammate, the more experienced North Yorkshireman Dan Linfoot, and 11 points behind Bussolotti of Italy, number 5, who was on the second row of the grid. And you can see that Dan Linfoot is in there trying to find his way through into second place. So the Stonebaker boys in the last race for this team, they say they'd really like to go out in style and give Richard Baker, their team backer for this season, something to remember by perhaps getting old Team 1-2, which is what they've been after all year. Right now, they're in first for Baz and a 148.5 for Gino Rea. And in fact, look at this. Gino Rea tigering his way onto the back wheel of Loris Baz, and suddenly the 15-year-old Frenchman has got some competition from the 19-year-old Brit. Look at this. The London-based lad comes alongside, elbow to elbow, across the line. That was a 49.7 second lap for Baz. He made a mistake somewhere there.
Yep.
And Gino Rea, like so many of these kids who've come through an off-road biking life, they don't mind bikes dithering around underneath them, but he was way wide into the dirt and loses that advantage.
Yeah, that was just Gino Rea not wanting to give way to Loris
Especially after that mistake his teammate has made. Could he finally get his first victory? If he could, he would hoist himself to second place in the championship behind the man he's fighting with right now, Loris Baz. And that would be great, because he's already looks like he's got a ride secured for 2009 in this championship as he crosses the line into the final lap. Gino Rea, the 19-year-old English boy, leads 15-year-old Frenchman Loris Baz, has got round the two Frenchmen, Lambois and Jean, and that would give him the extra points he needed as Gino runs wide. Through goes number 65, Loris Baz. Well, he was second for a few moments in the championship.
We've seen Baz make many mistakes this race.
Tremendous contrast in riding style and physique of these two lads.
It's going to take one little slip by Baz now, and Gino Rea's going to be there.
Gino's certainly making his presence felt, isn't he? He's putting everything into keeping right on the back wheel, and he gathers air downhill brilliantly. He takes the curb with him and pushes Baz clean off the deck. And that surely is the race victory all year. He's got so close to victory. He was so close when he and Dan Linfoot were battering one another at Magny-Cours, but he eventually succumbed. Now, surely, although here comes Baz again. Baz is coming back. Well, I dare say we should show some more of it. Sometimes this takes place on Saturday afternoon, so we never have the chance to show it. Look at this. Loris Baz brilliantly recovers, and now he's right back. Gino moves wide. Loris Baz goes through the inside into the final turn. Baz goes up the inside. He squeezes Gino Rea onto the curb, but Gino won't give way. They go across the line, and Gino Rea gets his first race victory of the year, and 25 points for Stonebaker at last.
What kind of finish for that, Jack?
And he'd probably be dismayed to find that Marco Bussolotti has punched his way through to third place, and that means that the Italian, I think, will have enough points to get second in the championship ahead of Gino Rea, but Gino won't mind that. Look at that. He's elated. He's finally got the race win he's been trying to get for the last 2 years, and Loris Baz very sporting, because they did go at one another there.
No, I don't think he was. I actually don't think Loris Baz was. I think he was a little bit upset.
Oh, was he? Do you think there was a bit? So Stonebaker Yamahas, what a goodbye to that team. I'm disappointed that they're disbanding, but they went out with a bang. Gino Rea grabbing a sensational victory.
And
his first win in the 2 seasons he's contested the Junior Superstock Championship.
And he rode for that one. He rode very hard for that one.
He certainly did. Incidentally, Lombois was 4th. Josh Day from Orlando, Florida, 5th, ahead of Beretta, Petrucci, Masai, Luciano and Guanoni, with Dan Linfoot remounting in 11th. But look at this race. His teammate convinced he had it, bouncing up and down. Well, that was remarkable. Oh, I see what you mean, because at first I don't think Loris wanted to shake hands then.
No, I don't think he did.
So Gino did the sensible thing and just gave him a thumbs up as if to say, oh, everything's fine, boys, everything's fine.
I think that was yeah, whatever.
Whatever. They were pretty remarkable for stock little bikes like that.
Stock little bikes with fair novices on them, you know, people
yes,
who haven't got a lot of experience.
Yeah. And it's time for hugs for Gino. Hence the fact they've still got their old garb on, even though they changed their name to Stonebaker Racing at the beginning of the year. At least they changed the leathers. I think Gino's pretty chuffed with that, isn't he?
Your dad is.
He certainly is. And dear old Jimmy Ed supplied the Scott leathers as well. GinoRea.com. I'm sure you'll find some messages on there. That's his dad on the left saying...
yeah, I'll let you say what he said.
That was a nice piece of London English he came out with, mixed with without victory on top of the roster beneath the Union Jack. He may have an Italian dad, but Gino Rea, riding for Great Britain, takes victory for Stonebaker Yamaha Racing in the final round of the Superstock European 600 Championship.
Well, how'd you like your race? And that was absolutely fantastic. And full plaudits to Gino Rea, just beating Loris Baz across the line by just 600ths of a second. Exactly what we want from our Superstock racing. We're going for a short break. When we come back, we'll take another look at the World Superbikes Race 1. And then we've got Race 2 to bring you. See you in 2 minutes. So Gino Rea sprays the champagne on top of the podium as well. He might. That was a fantastic ride by him. Just 600ths of a second separated Gino from Loris Baz, the Frenchman. And didn't they have a humdinger over the last couple of laps? Fantastic for the British rider to be on top of the podium. Initial reaction there. James Hayden, what did you reckon to that race and Gino's performance?
Well, it was fantastic, you know. I mean, I hadn't heard too much about him, but what a ride, and really, really gutsy, you know. Those last few corners, he's leaning on it, you know, he stuck it up the inside and ran Baz wide, and great to see, little 19-year-old. You can see him here, go up the inside here, and you think, oh, he's on the dirty track, and then just runs him a bit wide. It's very clean, though. And then actually now, I think he thinks he's got a bit more time than he has, because you look at that distance, but you know, Baz is soon back on him. This is sort of just coming up, leading up to the last corner, and you watch Baz cut to the inside, and actually it's a right-hander, and you're thinking, he's got this now. But look at little Gino on the outside. Look at him just cut across now and just have a little touch there. Just brilliant. Really good to see. Well chuffed for him.
Sure, it's definitely worth looking at that again, just to see Gino Rea throwing it into the corner as hard as he can underneath Loris Baz, because that was an incredibly brave move.
Yeah, you know, very brave. You know, we were all on the edge of our seats here, weren't we? Sort of cheering him on, and you know, just here it is again, and just, you know, he's got it flat out on the curb there, and just cuts across, and he actually rode really cleverly as well to do that, and just force him back a little bit on the inside. So cool.
Neil, always a classic race when it's separated by an elbow in front of another elbow as they're heading towards the line, isn't it?
And two youngsters as well, last race of the season. James and I were gradually getting closer to the edge of our seat as we were watching the laps coming down, because we could see what was going to unfold, and it reached its peak on the last couple of corners. None of them were prepared to back off. Loris Baz wants to prove he's the best out there. Gino wanted to finish the season on a high, and I was just praying that they would both get over the line. But what was really nice was the way they dealt with it afterwards. They're both sort of full of aggression in the red mist, but big smiles, very complimentary to each other, and it was...